This season began all the way back in February and through 14 races, some with the BodyArmor Pro Series and some with the BodyArmor LYTE Series East. The BodyArmor LYTE Series West is ready to conclude on its own here today at the Phoenix Raceway. They will be crowning champions in real life this weekend, but first we're going to crown a champion of our own here in the BodyArmor LYTE Series West. Ryan Durrani has a 4-point lead ahead of Skep Silver coming into this finale race, but both drivers start outside the top 9. Skep Silver starting 10th, Ryan Durrani starting 12th. It's only 38 laps around this mile-long racetrack in the desert. It's the Arizona 150, the finale of the 2025 BodyArmor LYTE Series West. Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the Phoenix Raceway. We are here for the finale of the 2025 season in the BodyArmor LYTE Series West, and we're very excited to see how this championship shakes out because this is going to be massive in terms of the reserves for 2026. If Skep Silver wins this championship, he's going to be eligible to be signed in a Wall Cup Series ride for next season. Of course, Ryan Durrani is already an owner, but Durrani does not have any drivers for his team, so we'll see how this ends up shaking out. And Caleb Rose is still in contention for this title as well if he wins this race, and Durrani does not point at all. Of course, only the top 10 finishers receive championship points here in the LYTE Series, and this race could definitely get interesting, considering that it is one of the fastest racetracks that we're going to go to all season long. Joined alongside Andrew Miller for the call of this finale race, and Andrew, you've seen this series, you've seen how dominant Durrani's been in some of these races, but he's starting 12th. He's a little ways behind, and he only has 4 points separating him and Skep Silver in this championship. What does he need to do here today to hold on to that points lead and win the BodyArmor LYTE Series West?
Well, if you're Durrani, I think the big thing is going to be just trying to keep it out of trouble mainly. If you could try to make up some positions just to get yourself in the points, that's going to be big because Skep Silver, like you said, is not starting that far ahead of him. He's literally just a row ahead of him. So that's kind of a saving grace for him there. And Caleb Rose being a bit of a long shot for the championship, but still possible. So I think that if you're Durrani, you just got to keep it out of trouble. And above all, just keep Skep Silver pretty much in your sights. And as long as Skep doesn't get too far ahead, as long as Durrani can try to match him, I think that'll be the main thing. We'll see, because both guys start in the outside lane. Caleb also starts in the outside lane. So I don't know. That could play into kind of a benefactor for Durrani. We'll obviously find out.
It's going to be fascinating to see how the start of this race goes. These guys are going to be bunched up, going all over the place. They cut that apron, going down the dog leg, and they even kind of cut it in turns 1 and 2 as well. So they're going to be all over the place to start, and they got to be careful at the start of this race as well, not to get involved in an accident, which can very well happen at this racetrack early on. But we're excited to see how this race plays out. Only 38 laps, of course, no pit stops for these drivers, and Skep Silver has an opportunity at defeating Durrani. The very fascinating thing, though, is Skep Silver does not have the tiebreaker as of right now on Durrani. But if he wins this race and Durrani happens to finish in 3rd, then we're going to have to go off of the average finishing positions, and we'll have to go to score 4 to reference that, because Skep Silver, of course, comes into this race with 2 wins, got that win at Meridian a couple of weeks ago. And Durrani, of course, 3 wins on the season. All 3 of those wins were very dominant performances out of Durrani, but he's kind of fallen off just a little bit as of late. Can he hold on in this finale race? You see the points right there. Only 4 points separating Durrani and Skep Silver, and then it's 11 points down to Caleb Rose. Caleb still has an opportunity if he wins this race, and none of those guys point. He's going to win the championship as well. He won the showdown, so he's going to be in the BodyArmor Pro Series next year with that. And, of course, either Skep Silver, Durrani, or Caleb Rose, for that matter, would get that reserve for the BodyArmor Pro Series if they win the championship here today. Of course, Caleb Rose already has it, but if Skep Silver, Ryan Durrani wins it, they'll also get a Pro Series ride for 2026. Skep Silver also fighting for that Wall Cup Series ride, so he's got a lot to gain by winning this championship here today, so we'll see what he can do there starting in the 10th position. It is Marcus Glitch and Keegan Thompson on the front row. Neither of these drivers have gone the victory lane yet this season, and same can be said for the drivers in row number 2, Owen Miles and Zayden Davidson, and same can be said for the drivers in row number 3, got Mauricio Vebalist and Trey Wright in that row. Max Davis, top 7 starters in this race. None of them have gone the victory lane in the West Series this season. Caleb Rose has gone the victory lane this season. He starts in the 8th position. You got J.R. Ribbleton to the inside of Skep Silver there. Of course, Skep Silver needs 4 points on Ryan Durrani. He actually technically needs 5 points because he does not hold the tiebreaker, so keep that in mind for Skep Silver as we move on throughout this event. Johnson Jameson to the inside of our points leader Ryan Durrani there in row number 6. And you got the 72 Kyler Sustride to the inside of Rashia Mahendra, Nicholas Cameron, and Henry Brown. And watch out especially for Rogel Dorn in this race. Got a couple of Pro Series drivers, Rogel Dorn and Isaac Nichols. Dorn has been very dominant over in the Pro Series on some of these oval racetracks. Won New Hampshire about a month ago in dominating fashion. This is a very similar racetrack to New Hampshire. And even though he's starting all the way back in 17th, it's only 16 cars he has to pass to get to the front, and he's got 38 laps to do so here at Phoenix, so we'll have to see if that ends up being the case. To go ahead and get these drivers to roll off here for the finale race here in the BodyArmor LYTE Series West. And Andrew, I'm going to ask you the age-old question. Who's going to get the race victory here today, and who's going to win the West Series title after 38 laps here at Phoenix?
Oh boy. If I'm going winner, I always favor someone who's starting like 3rd, 5th, somewhere in that inside lane. I think I'm going to go for that number 15. I think he's in a great position as far as course track position. Championship-wise, oh boy. Since you've got all 3 potential contenders pretty much starting nose to tail, all on the outside lane, that is not the ideal place to be starting. So I think that will favor Durrani, and so I think that he will emerge with the championship. That's just my thought, though. Obviously, Phoenix can provide some pretty awesome racing, so we'll find out.
We'll just have to see. That outside lane may be a deterrent to running well at the start of the race, but if we stay green, the faster cars are going to find themselves up front, and we could very well see an interesting championship battle. Here we go. It's been a great season in the West Series, and we're about to cap it off here today at the Phoenix Raceway, underway here in the finale for the BodyArmor LYTE Series West. And they're already 4 wide back in here. Skep Silver did not get a good start at all to this race. All the way to the back of the field. He got shuffled out very quickly, but so did Durrani. But it's not going to matter if neither of them get any points in this race. Will matter for Caleb Rose, but he's also falling back. So our 3 championship contenders all the way in the back of the field. How about Rogel Dorn in this 4 machine? And he's already up to the top 10 after starting in the 17th position for this race. Watch out for Dorn as this race moves along, and watch out for Durrani pulling away now from Skep Silver and Caleb Rose. As for the race lead, it's Marcus Glitch who holds on to it here on lap number 3. You got Max Davis making a move for 2nd on Mauricio Vebalist. All these drivers going for their first wins of the season.
Man, that outside lane just went nowhere. And yeah, like you said, all of the championship contenders fell back. Durrani was the first to get to the inside lane. Again, what he needed to do. And already, he is looking to be in the catbird seat. Of course, still good ways to go here. There's a 15 slipping back here as he's gotten stuck on the outside. Now the 44 on the outside there for 3rd. But, man, I cannot believe how hectic that start was. I am actually very impressed that we did not see anything major occur thanks to that.
And they did a great job avoiding any accidents, and they raced very hard for it as well. Skep Silver in a very bad position right now. He's got all these cars ahead of him, and Durrani's pulling away now as well. Durrani in the points right now, and that's all he needs to do. Just needs to kind of coast this thing over to the finish line, finish ahead of Skep Silver, and he's going to win that championship. And he's in position to clinch that title here today, but still a long ways left to go, and a lot can happen in these races. We've seen mechanical failures become an issue in some of these events this season. That happened at Colorado a lot. Some of these drivers, that was definitely an interesting race. Had a couple of wrecks in that event. Found Max Davis in the 61. Great run for him here, trying to get his first win of the season. Kyler Sustrad, the only driver in the top 5 who has gone to victory lane this season in the West Series, but Rogel Dorn is coming fast. He's already up to the 6th position. And the other Pro Series driver in this race, Isaac Nichols, is also running very strong as well. He's up now to 7th. Both of these drivers started in the final row for this race. Rogeldorn still there in the 6th position. We have yet to see a Pro Series driver win a Light Series specific event this season, so we'll see if that ends up being the case here today. It's a good opportunity here as this race moves along, still very early on, still over 30 laps to go here in the Arizona 150. Marcus Glitch still out front. Got Max Davis there trying to close in for 2nd. Mauricio Vebelis looking there on Keegan Thompson for the 3rd position.
As Mauricio slides up there just a little bit, pushes the 25 up the racetrack. Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on that number 4. Looking very, very fast. And has closed in to pretty much everyone up here in this lead pack. Someone else who is starting to close is the 54. Fancy that. He has already found himself up in the 8th. And while Skip Silver did, like I said, find his way to the inside, I think that he is way too far back to try and make anything happen, at least at the moment. But, like I said, still a long ways to go, 30 laps plus. But, oh boy, this 4 machine, he may spoil the party here, and we can make it our first, quote-unquote, bushwhacker win of the season.
And got around the 72 of Kyler Sustry right there, but Icy Nichols also with a huge run here in the 88 machine. Now, Nichols has yet to go to victory lane in the Pro Series this season. Hasn't really been that good of a season for him in the Pro Series. Of course, Rogel contending for the championship right now over there. We got ourselves 7 races left to go. Zen Joltis next weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun there on the Mega Speedway. Rogel's going for another spot right here, this time on Keegan Thompson. And that is for the 4th position, as Durrani makes a move on Kyler Sustry. And Skep Silver still nowhere to be found in terms of getting any points for this race. Got so close to it at Meridian a couple weeks ago, and just did not get a good qualifying effort in this one, and has struggled so far here at Phoenix. And thing is, it's really going to take a lot for him to move his way up to the front, because we don't have any pit stops in this race, so you're stuck on that same set of tires the entire way through. And that's going to definitely make things difficult if you're that far back at this point. Even if you get a caution and a restart, it's going to be hard to make those moves moving up to the front. Mauricio Vebelis might get a shot here on Max Davis. Not a good entry there for Davis, and the 44 making the move, and this might open the door for Rogeldorn to make a move on Davis there for the 3rd position. Meanwhile, you got Ryan Durrani there trying to get a nose to the inside of Isaac Nichols, the Pro Series driver right there. They're still side by side for 2nd. And how about Leonard Kochmer's team? They have not had a good run this season at all here in the West Series, but they're right now 1-2 with Marcus Glitch and Mauricio Vebelis out front.
As Vebelis completes that move there, I'm just going to make this quick little point here about Durrani. As you said, has had a lot of dominating runs this season. Pretty much every win this season has come in very dominating fashion in one way or another. I was up here for the booth for a couple of them. And I think that while, yeah, it kind of fell back a little bit there as Skip Silver's trying some desperate moves now. But even though the 54 had fallen off a little bit lately, I think in this race, starting where he did and now being up into 7th, shows that, oh yeah, the speed in that 54 never left. It just, don't know what may have happened, but either way, it is coming back into form in this race, and that is the race that he needed it the most. And right now, in a prime position for this championship. I bet you right now, though, those top 2 are hoping that the 4 does not get anywhere near them and that Max Davis can try to complete this pass.
Yeah, Max Davis actually has an opportunity of doing it here on Rogeldorn for that 3rd position. And it looks like he might be able to clear going down the backstretch. Not able to do so quite yet. Isaac Nichols in the mix as well. And Durrani's in the mix of all this as well. And he's got to be careful not to get caught up in anything if these guys get a little too dicey for the racing. For Skep Silver, still struggling deep in the field there. He just got passed by Caleb Rose. He's still outside of the point, so it's not going to matter either way if that ends up remaining the case. Mauricio Vebelis all over the back bumper of Marcus Glitch right here. Marcus Glitch has led every lap so far in this race, but that 44 is right there for the race lead. Max Davis still trying to get around Rogeldorn. Rogel got the outside lane to work, and now he's in the 3rd position all by himself. Nichols overshot, and here comes Durrani trying to make a move, and this is the point in the race here at Phoenix, and we see this in the Wall Cup Series as well. Tires start to wear out significantly, and these drivers have a lot of difficulty making any moves, making anything stick on the inside lane once the tires really wear out. So all these guys kind of stuck in their respective positions, but Rogeldorn continues to climb up in this field Going to be halfway through the Arizona 150 next time by for Marcus Glitch and Under Armour Kochmer Racing. Trying to get this championship. Well, trying to get this race victory. Not going to get the championship, but trying to move up in the owner's title. I believe that the owner's title is between Velocitar and Triad. Am I right about that? No. Broke Boys Garage, that's the team. It's been a while since I've done it or even really looked at the owner standings. It's Broke Boys Garage and Velocitar, I think, are the two teams that are going for it. And right now, Velocitar is going to get more points the way they currently run. You got Durrani right there, and then Mahendra there a little bit further back. Definitely get interesting in terms of that owner's title. You'll see that once we're done with this race here today. But that is also up for grabs for these owners as well. And Leonard Kochmer looking to get a win as an owner here. Be his first win as an owner if it holds the way it currently does.
Yeah, Leonard's got to be absolutely smiling, seeing his car is 1-2, and yeah, despite that number 4 kind of lurking in the background, well, he's made his way through the field very quickly. Like you said, tire wear could be starting to come into play, but now he's got some fast cars up here that he's got to try to get around. Certainly looks like he's got the car to do it at the moment. As Durrani, a little interesting moment there off of 4, and is going to take the short way around to try and defend from Keegan Thompson. But regardless, oh boy, that was a send.
Both the Pro Series drivers sending it there in the turn 1. And Rogel Dorn trying to take the second spot away from Mauricio Vebelist. As Isaac Nichols, Isaac's still in contention for this as well. He's kept up with Rogel in this race, and we'll have to see if they remain side by side. It might allow Marcus Glitch to pull away just enough to maybe have enough, but Rogel's going to clear right here on Mauricio Vebelist, and that 44 is going to be in between the 4 and the 88 right here. And now only one car left to go for Rogel Dorn here at Phoenix. And his opportunity to get another race victory as a driver. Of course, this will not count towards any points in the Pro Series. But considering his Wawa Cup Series season, I know he'd be happy to just go out here and steal one away from these guys when he had no opportunity to get any of them this season in the Cup Series. And he's closing in here on Marcus Glitch for this race lead. Lap 24 of 38. This race is going by very quick as Isaac Nichols gets shuffled out of line right there. Max Davis around. Ryan Durrani is going to take that spot away as well. Skep Silver still deep in the field here at Phoenix. It's not a good day at all for him. And here we go for the race lead. Rogel Dorn, Marcus Glitch. Marcus Glitch trying to block this 4 from getting any momentum on the inside lane. Actually going to bring Mauricio Vebelist back into the fray here for the race lead.
I think Marcus is hoping that that Vebelist tries to make the move on the 4. That'll kind of help him out quite a bit. And yeah, the 54 looking for a top 5 here. Man, what a great run this is after falling almost all the way to the back. Ooh, bad corner there for Rogel. Still going to remain clear, but it's certainly going to give a couple car lengths breathing room there for the 10. Be pretty cool to see Marcus Glitch win this race, but it would also be very, very cool to see Rogel Dorn pull off the back to the front and win it as well. So this is going to be a great, great battle. And Max Davis is still lurking there in the background.
Yeah, that 61 got alongside Rogel Dorn for a little bit, couldn't make the pass. All these guys have kind of stayed right on each other throughout this entire race. Marcus Glitch has not been able to be passed yet. And doing all he can to keep Rogel Dorn behind him here. And you got to think, too, Marcus Glitch, these guys may be trying to sign up for the National Series next year, and these owners in the National Series want to get a good driver for the 2026 season to start their campaigns. You look at what Marcus Glitch is doing on a tried-and-true veteran to the channel at this point. Rogel Dorn has double-digit wins, of course, won a lot in the Wawa Cup when he had a good ride, and of course, he's done an excellent job in the Pro Series, and he's going to be driving for Ladovic's team next year, and effectively what was Grattan Auto Sport a year ago, so you know that he's going to be very strong in 2026 with those guys. But if Marcus Glitch can hold off Rogel Dorn in this race, get this race victory, going to definitely rise to stock up as a driver going into 2026. But Rogel is not giving up. And neither is Durrani. He almost took out Max Davis. That could have been a little dangerous right there. Durrani, of course, has the luxury of his 2 championship rivals being outside the top 10 right now, so it's playing in Durrani's favor for the moment. But these tires really starting to wear out, and these guys are pretty much on even footing at this point. It's really all up to the drivers and what they do through these corners. And Marcus Glitch has done an excellent job here at Phoenix trying to get this race victory.
Yeah, despite being under pressure from first his teammate Febulous, and now Pro Series driver Rogo Dorn. Rogo with a nice corner. We'll see if he sent it to make the pass on the 44. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to do the same on the 10. Oh my gosh, the 54 still on the move. He's looking for yet another position. Oh, Rogo got a little too close there to the 10. And to check up the track. And yeah, it's almost like he stays in behind him trying to set up the move and then gets too close to him. I almost feel like maybe that send move might be his next best bet if the 44 doesn't pass him.
And Mauricio Vebelis back to the inside for second. Rogo Dorn just could not get that momentum going into the corner properly and completely lost it. A couple of laps there, and Mauricio Vebelis trying to take this spot back away. This is great for Marcus Glitch. Trying to get this race victory. Those guys going side by side for second. Durrani, by the way, has moved up to fourth. Keep in mind, he started 12th in this race. He's actually moved up 8 spots, which is great for him and his attempt to win this championship in the BodyArmor LYTE Series West. Mauricio Vebelis might have a shot at this race victory. She's going to clear the 4 for that second spot. And now will she have anything for her teammate and Marcus Glitch here as we come to 5 laps to go in the Arizona 150 here at Phoenix. And all these guys are right on each other now for this race lead, but none of them have been able to get around the 10. We got 5 laps to see if anyone can get around the 10 before the end of this race.
Yeah, you could say it's been an utterly dominating performance for Marcus Glitch, and in many ways it has. Oh, goodness, I think they just made contact.
I think they did.
4 and 4.
Oh, wow. And there was contact back there between Sustrai and Mahendra. Really getting loose off the corners here at Phoenix. Max Davis to the inside of Isaac Nichols, and Marcus Glitch continues to hold on, but Vebelis is going to really try to dive it through the dog leg right here. We'll see if she has anything going into turn 1. 4 laps to go here at Phoenix.
And kind of what I was just saying about Marcus, even though he's led pretty much every lap, I mean, he's been under threat the entire time. So everyone's been right with him. He's doing a great job of holding him off. So not quite the dominating performance, but still, though, just a cool head is keeping him out in front here. A little bit of battling behind him, certainly helping out. But still, this is a very, very impressive drive from the 10. There's 3 more laps to hold on here, and they're side by side behind him. It's just going to help him out even more, and my gosh, that 54 may end up on the podium.
Yeah, there's a good chance Ryan Durrani could really put the icing on the cake of this season for him. You know, he's kind of been up and down, but he really had a dominating stretch throughout the summer that really put him in this position here today. And he's just going for it now, having some fun. Going to the inside for third now, Mauricio Vebelis, as Rogo Dorn has cleared, or will clear for second. And he's going to have one opportunity to get to Marcus Glitch here. The next time by, it's the white flag. There's an opportunity for Rogo Dorn. He's going to have a shot at it, but will it be enough time? Marcus Glitch has led every lap in this race, but Rogo is now right there, and he's going to have a shot at it with 1 lap to go in the BodyArmor LYTE Series West season. Marcus Glitch trying to get his first win of the season. Rogo Dorn trying to get yet another win in his very successful career. He is closing right to the back bumper of the 10 machine. Will he dive down to the inside in turn number 3? Right on the 10. Will he look to the inside? They're 3 wide behind him as Max Davis makes a move. But it's Marcus Glitch who's going to hold him off and win the Arizona 150. And Ryan Durrani is your 2025 BodyArmor LYTE Series West champion.
Love it. Love that for Durrani.
Team owner this year.
Yeah, they almost wrecked off the 2.
They were 3 wide coming to the line. Max Davis made a move on Isaac Nichols and Mauricio Vebelis. Vebelis is going to finish in 6th. But Marcus Glitch held off Rogo Dorn to get that win. And granted, this is a difficult place to make a pass. We know that. But that was still very impressive considering we know how fast that 4 machine was. And how about Marcus Glitch won the pole, led every lap, going to get the final win of the season in the BodyArmor LYTE Series West, and probably the final ever win in the BodyArmor LYTE Series, because we know this series will not be coming back next year. That was fun, wasn't it, Andrew? And a fun race, as always, here at Phoenix Raceway. Marcus Glitch gets it over Rogo Dorn. There was 1 more lap. Rogo may have had a shot, but there was not 1 more lap in this race. And Ryan Durrani easily winning this championship. Such a shame for Skep Silver, just was nowhere to be found. That car was not set up for this racetrack at all, and he is going to finish 17th, and he will not win the championship, and he'll have to sign up for the Wall Walk Cup Series. That's a big deal right there if he had won this championship to be able to get that reserve. Not going to be the case. We'll see what he does in the Truck Series. Of course, he's over there in the Truck Series right now doing what he does best. But Marcus Glitch gets it done here in the BodyArmor LYTE Series West, and it was definitely a very unique season for these guys. We had those combination races, had these standalone races, but in the end, a veteran driver, veteran owner, Ryan Durrani, gets the championship here in the BodyArmor LYTE Series West, and he earned that one, and that number 54 for Team Velocity.
100%. It's like I said, anytime that I got up in the booth, that 54 came to life. I think back to Evergreen. There's another one. I can't remember what the track was, but and tonight, I mean, like you said, started 12th, dropped pretty much to the rear, and comes home third. So yeah, that 54, incredibly fast. I mean, so was a 44 in all honesty, and honestly, 6 does not reflect how Mauricio Vevelis ran this race. That was a great run there for the 44. Unfortunately, slipped back a little bit, but impressive stuff out of Durrani, impressive stuff out of Rote with Dorn, but obviously very impressive out of Marcus Glitch getting that W. I'm telling you what, Marcus Glitch is someone that is making a name for himself in these offline series, and it's great to see him get a well-deserved win there. And to anyone looking for drivers, Marcus Glitch is definitely one that's climbing the ranks, to put it lightly. So, but great race, and I am so glad to have been up here. Thank you for letting me join you up here in the booth, my man. It's been a blast.
Thank you as well for being a part of it. You're a great co-commentator and a great friend as well, as always, but I think you all have heard enough about that. Marcus Glitch gets it done here at Phoenix, and that was definitely an impressive drive, and we'll see how it ends up shaking out in the rest of the BodyArmor Pro Series. We've got Zen Joltis next week. Rogaldorn trying to get that championship, trying to catch up to Blaine Keys, and there's 7 races left to go. We got Zen Joltis, got Rockingham Motor Speedway in the UK, Atlanta Motor Speedway, the original Atlanta Motor, well, the middle Atlanta Motor Speedway, I guess you could say, the one that we go to in the Wall Walk Cup Series now. The 2010 version is officially is. Coca-Cola Super Speedway the evening before the Thanksgiving 500, so that'll be a lot of fun. We're going to go to Martinsville, going to go to the Bend, and then the finale at Homestead on Christmas Eve. So, Pro Series is far from over. Even though Blaine has that massive lead, it is starting to kind of shrink down. Rogel did catch up quite a bit in the last Talladega race, and it's going to get close as we get down to the finale at Homestead. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, Thanksgiving 500 is just around the corner. Sign up for that for next Friday, so not tomorrow, but next Friday, November 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time in the Discord. Hope to see you all there, and I know you are going to be in the booth for that, and I know we'll have Caleb back in the booth for that as well, but both of you, of course, are welcome to sign up as always, so we always do it like that. So looking forward to that race. It's going to be a lot of fun here in less than a month. Going to be so much fun from Coca-Cola, as it always is. The 11th running of the Thanksgiving 500, going to be a blast. Thank you guys so much for watching all season here in the BodyArmor LYTE Series West. Congratulations to Marcus Glitch on winning the Arizona 150, and congratulations to Ryan Durrani on his BodyArmor LYTE Series West Championship. Here are the final point standings after 15 races. And on behalf of Andrew Miller, y'all have a great rest of your Thursday evening, and I will see you guys later.